Shekoli swakwek. In this week's episode, Sue, Dahlia, and I take a dive into the modern November holidays, nature, fishing, and hunting, and a glimpse into the sun and moon. I also have some exciting news. We are now on Spotify, Apple and Google Podcasts, and YouTube as well. We appreciate all the support so far and the feedback from everyone. We hope you enjoy episode 2 of Radiant Voices. But morning routines. I know for me, my morning routine for pre-COVID was like pretty much the same every single day. It was get up, make tea, take a shower, brush my teeth, and then get to work. Try to get to work with 15 minutes early. So that way, like, anything came up, like, especially, like, during the wintertime when I had to scrape my car, and you're just panicking, scraping your car.
You don't realize how long that takes sometimes.
You're looking at your clock, you're like, no, I'm going to be late. Or if you
Driving.
I was going to say, you just scrape a little hole.
Ace Ventura, head out the window.
And then you roll down your windows, and it's super cold, and you're trying to make it to work. Yeah, so that was
look
pre-COVID.
forward to that.
Now, my morning routine is getting up, and then turning on the computer, looking for emails, and then
What kind of emails specifically during this time?
work emails,
Deals.
yeah. Well, like most of the time, it deals, work emails, answering people back, and
More
stuff
deals.
like that. Yeah, more deals. Checking the notifications on the phone, but yeah, it's a big dramatic shift because I know for work routine it was everything seemed like it was always planned out. Everything was do it by the book, here, and then like when work gets done, you go work out at the fitness center that'd be open, and now that's closed. I mean, they have classes, so now I'm kind of signing up for classes here and there, but like, and then also someday, like my Tuesdays and like Thursdays and Fridays, I'd go down to Marian University and go coach down there, and then like now with COVID, like we're trying to figure out a schedule during the fall when I could still come down and coach. And it's just like, you'd have to do COVID testings, but we only had to have testings on Wednesday at noon, and I have work. So there's like the whole fall, I missed the whole fall for Marian for coaching. And that was just because everything's just so shifted and restricted. And like, I understand the safety protocols and everything, but it's just crazy how like, if you can't make this certain time window, like everything is just gone. Like
Almost how we took like our freedom for granted. Just the simple things of, like you said, going to the fit, going to the gym. Like that was my thing too. I finally get on a simple little routine, and I signed up for Planet Fit because I love the late hours. Put my kids to sleep. I live right behind the gym. Like get there, 1 to 2 a.m. It was the best for me. And then First they completely shut down, and then now they reopen and they close at 7 p.m. And I'm like, boo, that's not my hours to do any of this. So now I'm stuck to work out at home or in the cold outside if I can, But yeah, my morning routine, it used to be wake up, don't check my phone. That was always my main thing, was do not touch your phone until like you did a meditation, just had a little quick self-talk, little self-check-in. What do we have planned for the day? Now let's go check social media or emails, all that. But now that's why I specifically said to you, like during this time, I'm like during the holidays, first thing I do, wake up, I barely have one eye open, and I'm popping up that Yahoo, like what do we got? Who's got 50% off?
Prime deals, Best Buy.
Yeah. Oh, it's Amazon? Oh, cool. They started their Black Friday, or they're still doing it? Oh, there I am again, and then you get the other emails where they're like, oh, we saw you browsing this, and that's how they always get me, and I'm like, I sure was looking at that last night before bed. Now that's the first email I see again, so that's definitely my morning routine. It's terrible. I hate to admit that, but I wake up and I check my emails on where the deals are and what the plan is. But other than that, it's pretty much the same for me now. Just wake up, get that. It's really easy for me to pass that little morning, even when you meditate in the shower, just to really close your eyes for a real second and just like let that water cleanse you. Just that 5 seconds of focusing on that. And during this time I notice, which I'm sure Sue remembers, like these are my harder times, which I feel with a lot of other people too, because there's less sunlight as well, and you start stressing over the holidays, so it's very easy to spiritually not be as grounded and be a little more on your human functioning side, you know what I mean, and not as aware or connected to yourself, where
that's true.
I definitely know that happens every November. It's like clockwork. It's like my spirit has like a memory of this is usually where we fumble, you know, and I do. And then like I said, I don't even meditate as much as I do or make it my priority anymore, because I wake up and I'm like, emails, what can I get done? What can I,
fast
stress
pace.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's for me. I got caught. I think you go up and down throughout the year, like
Yeah.
you said, because I'm the same way. It's like it's like before COVID, it was I was pretty like you think about that, and it was about the springtime that was occurring, and I normally wake up and I'm usually. And I want to say, what I want to say is I give thanks every morning.
Yeah, right.
But I don't. Yeah. I mean, but I work at it, and I've worked at it for quite a few years, and things like that. So it's not like it's not there. And I have my medicine in my room, and so I think that's always my first contact.
Yeah.
Look, see,
Like a reminder.
Yeah, and so that's what I connect with right away. And but then most recently, it's just like boom, I go right to my phone for some reason,
Oh, yeah.
and I just realized that actually this past weekend, and I'm thinking because of the sales,
Yeah,
so
right.
Because
Right.
of
Cyber
and
Cyber Monday, Black Friday.
Yeah, so I realized that I'm like, Sue, stop, and that's how I got a new TV today. I didn't want to bring that up, but that's what happened.
So my morning routine led me to a brand new TV, everybody.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. But like if it wasn't like that, normally what happens is so my bed rest faces the east, and so that's the way that the sun comes up. And as a matter of fact, that wasn't intentional, but my window is on the same wall. One of my smaller windows is on the same wall, so every morning I'm fortunate to see that sun
Come up
and
like
that. Yeah. And so I usually my eyes pop up, and I'm usually still dark out, like 6 o'clock. My eyes pop up, and it's like open, and then there's that, and then you'll see the sun coming up, and I'll lay there, and my partner Harvey I'm so fortunate, he gives me coffee every single morning. And so
Bless his soul.
I know I feel so grateful for that.
Yeah.
So because I don't have to crawl out of bed right
People
away.
don't realize how big of a blessing that is.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't always like that. It wasn't always like that. I think since COVID. A lot of things,
really
good things in
blessed
COVID,
that
So, but anyways, that's what happens. And then there's that shade, and he lifts that shade up. And so I'm very, very thankful for the sun.
Yeah.
And for that's how my routine is. Like I go,
agree.
that's my go-to. And at night, it's always giving thanks to Grandmother Moon. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably just a habit. And without me thinking
Right.
it, sometimes I got to slow myself down and think about, okay, what's my routine? What's my routine?
Yep.
And that's probably just a typical morning, every morning. And
Sounds so peaceful. Literally, even just you talking about it, describing it, I'm like, I'm picturing myself in your bed and looking out your window, like, yeah, I'm thankful too. Like, it's very easy.
Too much
to be.
information. I'm kidding. No.
Harvey, where's my coffee?
Can I sleep between you two? All little.
All
Like
three
a
of us
kid.
pop up.
Dahlia in her onesie.
I know, right?
How'd everybody
God, I
sleep
could
last
so
night? I
see
slept
that.
personally great.
But yeah, I mean, it is peaceful.
Yeah.
And I think that came with age, and it comes with, like less stress in my life, or just more being settled down, or that,
Are
my
the things you're focused on more?
yeah,
You know?
it's a life change, So, and it always wasn't that way, but of course I had to teach myself those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it's like. And like I realized this weekend though, it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm on the phone right away looking for a deal.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. We were just talking about that before we got on.
Even like a month ago, my phone it broke, and then everybody couldn't or we didn't get it fixed right away, and then the 12 was coming out, and my boyfriend's like, I'm gonna buy that for you, so just wait, blah blah. I ended up not having a phone for maybe 2-3 days, or I don't even know what it was, but at first it was kind of panicky because I usually snap my kids, or I talk to my kids all day, or my mom, or everybody, and it was so nice to literally be disconnected. I didn't have access to anything. I mean, I had my laptop, but I didn't need to check everything, so I didn't even touch it. But it was really nice to be disconnected from the world, and just be like, I'm so fine without a phone, and I act like it's a huge thing where I can't go to the store without my phone, or you need this,
Right.
I need my phone. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need it at all. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm just like, I waste a lot of time on that thing. When I look at it, when I was like, dang, I
Exactly.
didn't have my phone, and look at all the things that I did. I'm like, sometimes I'm ashamed of that. You know, like
Yeah.
I can unplug more. I need to be more.
I go
self.
back and forth throughout the whole day with
Yeah,
that. With that, sometimes I feel like, oh, I need it,
Yeah.
and then there's just other times where it's just like,
I don't even want it.
I don't want it. It's
Yeah, it'll
like,
ring and I'll look at it all like shitty.
like, oh, I ain't going on,
like,
I ain't going on
leave me
Facebook all
alone.
day.
Yeah.
You ever go to like the self-care feature on your phone device and it tells you
How much
time you actually
I
No,
sure don't
I
go-
don't,
I
and I
don't
don't
go
want
there,
to.
no.
you should.
No.
It's a real eye-opener because then you'll realize how much time you actually spend on your phone. It'll tell you like your 7-week period.
Yeah.
Then it'll also tell you like what apps you use the most.
Don't need
Yeah,
it.
and then
That
it, like-
kind of negativity in my life.
So like I've looked at it a few times and then like after those period I was like, you know what, maybe I do need a break from my phone.
Yeah,
Because like it
think
is a
that's
real
good.
time sucker.
Yeah, right. You have to show me after because I'll check it out. So
Yeah.
that's inspiring for me to like look at what I do because you do things unconsciously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, a lot of times, especially like I'm not interacting with society a lot right now.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm home or I'm cleaning or I'm doing, or interacting with my grandkids or something. And if in between times I'm like maybe looking at my phone too long,
Yeah.
or they'll be waiting for me that come on, grandma, or come on, Sue, So yeah, I would like to. That's a good thing to be conscious of.
Yeah, to just
Perfect.
be aware of, see how much you do. I liked it when I had I had a Fitbit and I was in all those challenge, the step challenge. That was so fun. And you could check on. I would always check on my phone to see where my sleep was. That was my favorite thing, was to check like when I passed out, when my heart rate was the most like calm or chill, and just to look at that. And then some days you could tell, and I just based on thinking of what I did that day, it would be funny to watch like my heart rate and how it would shoot up. My stuff, I was like, whoa, you got to relax, sister, because it doesn't look good, and then I could see I got less sleep that night, or just really weird to see how your
It was
patterns
always hard
and
for me to
stuff.
sleep with that on. I rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the Whoop band strap that does a really good job of that. And then so I take a survey every morning when I wake up, and it'll ask me, did you eat before bed? Did you wear blue light glasses? Did you get enough water? Did you
That's all through that?
Yeah, that's all through the Whoop
nice.
band. Yeah, and then so they'll give you a weekly progress report, and then they'll do a monthly. I like looking at the monthlies because then it's like after you answer your questionnaire, it's just like, all right, if you had caffeine that day, maybe your sleep increased by like 30 minutes. Or if you ate before bed, you got 1 hour less of sleep. Or your sleep wasn't as good. So like looking at all that stuff, I'm just like, oh, dang.
Yeah, that's something cool to think about. I never really thought about that. Yeah.
And it tells you like what, like if you were in deep sleep, if you're
that's
in,
what I like.
yeah, and all those different stages of sleep. And then sometimes like you think you got really good sleep, you got like, oh yeah, I got like 9 hours of sleep. You look at it, it's like 7 hours of it was in light sleep.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
weird,
what?
right? Isn't that weird?
I think
sleep
that would
is
be
the
interesting to
weirdest
find
thing.
out. Yeah, for me, because I think I sleep good every night. I'm a good sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I can go out like boom 10 o'clock if
Me
I
too.
put my mind to it. I'm out. I can sleep and then
I can chug a coffee and take a cat nap right after you tell me I got a fiver. I'm done. Like,
wow,
I was built to sleep, honestly.
I am too.
One of my best traits, I think. is
Yeah,
taking
because there's a lot
nap.
of people that don't get enough sleep.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
And they don't sleep. So I mean, I know quite a few people, as a matter of fact, and I'm always like, I don't have that
How do you
problem
improve
at all.
that? Or
Like,
or if you
Yeah.
needed to, like if that was
Yeah, and I
how would
know, and the when I was reading their form that they did a bunch of research on sleep, and they interviewed the top 100 sleepers within the Whoop band.
How do you get that
program.
job?
Well, it's through their
top
through their
100 sleeper.
through their analytics and their statistics. They found out who the best sleepers were, and they like asked them, and it was just like they didn't drink caffeine after 6 p.m.
Ouch.
They made sure the room was completely dark. They had like a noise canceling machine.
Nice.
They didn't drink water like an hour before they went to sleep, or they stopped looking at their phone 2 hours before they went
Yeah.
to sleep. They'd wear blue light glasses at night and stuff like that. So it was just like all these little things that would
Dang.
help them. Yeah. So it's just like understanding how your body works, and like especially for me, like if I put on a noise canceling machine and it's like a thunderstorm and rain.
Yep.
I am out.
I
Like,
hear
I can
water,
I can sleep for like 10 hours. Like I can go to bed at like 10 and then wake
Wow.
up at 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like that. Yeah. It puts me into like a deep sleep. And then
That's cool.
even when
Me
I'm
too.
waking up, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get
I don't
up.
want to get out of bed.
I'm like, I'm reaching for the machine trying to hit the power button. So I
in
can
bed
get
looking
up.
like your baby
Yeah.
Yoda, all sad,
Yeah.
don't want to get out.
Opening one eye, trying to,
Yeah.
not even going for my phone.
Yeah.
I usually sleep good, but like on Thanksgiving, like if I'm on my feet all day, like I'll cook and whatever all day and blah 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 blah. Like at nighttime, like I'll take 2 Advil, and I'm
Yeah.
really sensitive to medicine. So like when I take the Advil, I feel like that. Like
Dang.
yeah. like I'm really, really sensitive, so I can't take anything. But I'm like out. There's probably nothing that'll wake me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the next day I feel really good. So every once in a while I'll take, but I don't usually take it. But it's like, well, when I do take it, my kids will say, "Oh, Eddies, Mom, you're addicted to Eddies." I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Sheesh.
Right? Give me a break.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
You would be if you were me dealing with you guys.
So how was your family get together for Thanksgiving?
It was nice. I know like a lot of families they're doing like smaller get-togethers. Like so with my girlfriend's family, we had a small get-together, and then we didn't do the traditional turkey dinner. We actually went with steak.
Oh,
which
nice.
I personally love steak more
I'd
than
rather do
That's
that.
cool.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I
Yeah,
love
We
it
did
was
that last year
amazing.
for my
Yeah.
mom's, and we did like a tenderloin, and it wasn't turkey. I'm not a turkey person.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
So, like, it was really nice just being in one
Different.
central location, having a meal that we all agreed upon and what we liked, and like we had a great time. I mean, we spent a lot of quality time, just had conversation,
Laughs.
catching up, laughing, watching football and stuff like that. So like I personally loved it.
Yeah, that's we went to my boyfriend's his mom's side of the family, and we had Thanksgiving there, and it was awesome. It was kind of in and out, and it was set up so beautifully, and but it was very like nonchalant. I felt, and that's what I wanted. I don't want it to be typical feeling of like you have to do it because it's this holiday, or I don't like that feeling in general. And I'm an Aquarius, so at heart I'm a rebel. So I'm like, you tell me it has to be that. I don't want it to be that automatically. I hate, you know what I mean? That's just how I am. But so we went, and it was such a good time. It was such a great dinner, and we had the turkey and the normal stuffing, all that spread. It was awesome. There was such good laughs, and with new people for me, so I was really thankful for that. It was a cool experience.
Yeah.
For me, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So like for our family, we usually have it pretty big, and we all get together, and it was rather small, and it was nice. It was a kind of more quieter. It was different. It was definitely
Yes.
different, and that was acknowledged as well. And one of my daughters wanted to teach I think we had, I don't know, gosh, how many grandkids here, but we probably had like, I don't want to say the exact number, 10. And so my daughter had wanted to make sure that, and their ages from 3 years old till 16. No, 16. And so she wanted to make sure that they knew the meaning of who we are as a people, as Native people. And so she had this really, really cool video that she had them watch. It was probably like maybe even a 4-minute clip. And it was really cool. And it was kind of like almost in cartoon form, but it kind of showed the beginning of what really went on. And it was so like not like.
Did she make that herself, or did?
Oh no,
found
she
just,
found
like,
it.
on you? Okay.
Yeah, she found it.
Yeah, I'll have to
but it
check
was
that
really
out.
important for her.
Yeah.
And for all of us
Yeah.
to acknowledge that, because I know that they don't teach that in school. So, and their grade schools and things like that. So, and they were all like really, really
Into it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They were all like, all their attention was
Yeah.
on it. So that was really nice. And it wasn't the typical stuff that we usually do every year. And for me personally, I feel like I'm not celebrating Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
but I more and just I don't even talk about it, but I just I'm just thankful and that we're
right.
getting together as a family.
I agree.
And so that's
how I
to me
feel.
what it's more about than anything. So that didn't change, of course, but it was just small. It was just a smaller and, like I said before,
More intimate setting,
More intimate.
Yeah,
It
very
was.
chill.
It was
which makes
really-
it much less, of a big deal, or like a society, like a holiday again.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but just that feeling of being forced to I feel like I have to do this because society says like, no, I'll have a family gathering on November 1st, and it'll be the best, and that'll be my Thanksgiving because it's just a matter of the laughter and your family time, and that's
we were
ultimately
teasing.
what the holiday
oh my gosh,
is about.
we had a lot of fun because
Yeah.
we got a dog, Thor, and he's a German Shepherd. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know if I should be saying this here or not, but anyways,
Yes, I love these. I love stories.
but it
that
was
start
just
like this.
funny because like my daughter's friend came over this time and he's new, and so he was sitting on the couch and he's got a really really almost like bald crew cut up here, and he's sitting on the couch, right? And so Thor comes behind him and he starts licking his head.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I couldn't even stop him because I was laughing so hard. I'm like, stop it. But was that, and so things like that, unexpected stuff, and so he's all new, like, what?
Yeah.
But he's a good guy. He just took it. He's around dogs.
Yeah.
So he understood. He wasn't like
mad or
upset
anything or
about
weird.
no, but it was just a good memory. It was
Yeah.
just so much. It was just so much fun. And there was other things too. And usually, typically, what we do is we play games.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so we didn't do any of that this time. My grandkids are getting older, and they were running around outside like for at least 2 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, this feels good.
Yeah, they're like playing.
Not that I don't mind them in
Yeah.
the house, but they just really had a good time,
Yeah.
So that's kind of typically what happened with us, anyways.
Right.
And I felt like the intimacy was really nice.
Needed.
Yeah.
It was different. But I do miss my other family members as well.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Because I know you said you traveled to Alaska, a few times a year even to go see your son, so.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So
And then of course
whether
we
it's the
sent them-
holidays or not, but to even almost be restricted or it's very dangerous or you're putting everybody if you wanted to.
And so we made contact with them right away this morning, or that morning, because we missed them. I really miss them. And so one thing that we all do though is, so our newbie in our family came in. It's like, what, you guys do that? So what we do every year is we have a turkey gobble contest. And so we record it on our phones.
Okay.
And we just go,
I need to hear your best gobble.
oh my God, that wasn't the best one, but you know what?
I know you've won a year. Stop being so humble.
That's what we do. They're like, what? You guys do family gobbling contest? Like, yeah, every
On my
year,
drive home, I
every
will be
year.
practicing a turkey
I probably should have
gobble.
gave that out, but it's funny. It's fun. It's so much fun. First thing in the morning, that's what we're doing. Not first thing, but in the morning. It's like,
Get ready for my annual gobble of the year.
come on, Byron. I know you can do this.
Actually, I gotta hear another example again. What was
that
How did
hot
that
tea
go again?
going.
Oh my gosh. Okay, don't look at me.
Gladly. Do it.
Okay. Oh, should I?
Yeah, we're waiting.
Oh, come on. No. You guys got to do it. No.
I'm trying to think of like a turkey sound in my head.
I know,
I'm not trying to think of like a Sioux turkey sound because if I do it, I'm gonna imitate your turkey
Yeah,
sound.
don't do mine. Do your own turkey.
Like come on.
There you go. It's
like
good. Do it again.
I can't. That was. I only had one in the chamber. That was it.
Dahlia's shaking her head no.
I refuse.
But anyways, those are good memories.
Yeah.
That's something that we do.
There's nothing better, there's no better medicine than laughter. Like, I can say that all day. And I always even joke where I'm like, I have such a dark, inappropriate humor sometimes where this is not the time to crack a joke. And then there I am opening my mouth like, yikes, is it too early? Because you already said it now, but
Right.
sometimes I'll get a smile and at least it helps me get through my dark times, like I can talk crap or whatever about myself and then get me through it. But yeah, laughter, and that's my main medicine, man, I tell you. It'll get me through. That's gotten
it's
me
funny.
through a lot.
We have a good time with that. It's something that we do every year. I don't know how long we've been doing that. But Harvey will be like, he's always the day before he was like, well, let's get ready.
I was gonna say, it's very Harvey of him.
Before. Like, well,
I wouldn't expect anything less, honestly.
I can just see him just preparing. He's like, you know what time it is? It's like tomorrow. It's go time. We gotta be ready.
You're going down.
We gotta be ready.
Yep. That's how it is.
I've been waiting all year
all
for this,
good.
baby.
Oh God.
Yeah. So we have good times. I mean, that's what that was about.
So now that one's over, and to prepare for Christmas. That's another one, which I love. I just personally love. I'm such a cornball. Like, I would literally have Christmas
You are
music.
with Christmas. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
until
know. I'm
this
literally
year.
like, I'm the day after Halloween, like Adrian's one, and I'm the one that has my tree up, my lights up.
dang.
Like, all right, that's me. I know. I'm that person. I know when XM starts dropping the Christmas music, like, I'm such a nut, but I don't know why. I love it. I love all the lights. Like, I'm literally like a little kid. I'm like, ooh, look at all the lights.
cool.
Like, can we pull over? Like, I'm such a child, but like I was just saying earlier, last night I was cruising past Lambeau, and they have all their ice skating stuff up, and the trees are all decorated, and it's just super Christmased out, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to pull over now, like, let's go. And I was actually going to try to do that tonight, but they close at 6 p.m. on Sundays, so that's a super bummer. But Monday, tomorrow night, I will be there skating away. I'm so excited. Just because of the lights and everything. I'm like, this is just like, oh, this is my
Nice.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it.
I like that.
So, and then I was talking to, I don't know who I was talking to, but we didn't even have snow last Christmas on Christmas Day. It didn't snow, I remember, now that I think about it.
I don't remember.
Yeah, somebody had said that. And then I was like, yeah, it was a pretty light, if you want to say, like winter for a second, where we didn't have snow on Christmas. Yeah.
It was still cold.
Yeah. Don't need that. People are like, would you rather have lots of snow and then not too cold, or super cold and just no snow? I would prefer the snow.
I love
and
the
not
snow.
Too, yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
I very much dislike the cold.
Yeah.
Especially negative like 10. You're just
or when that wind hits you.
Do.
Yeah. I
There's
get really
nothing
irritated.
You can do.
Yeah, when it's in the negatives, that's a different story.
Like, I don't want to walk
mind the
outside and my
cold or the
nostrils
snow.
burn because I'm like breathing in like negative 20-degree weather, you know? Not my
Ouch.
thing. Yeah, you know?
Right.
I don't mind the snow, and it's the sun that kills me the most in the wintertime, where I love it when if we have 30 inches of snow, which is awesome, but if it's just sunny for a little few hours, and then like even 40 degrees, I'll take 35 if I want to be, you know, but yeah, I love the snow. I love all that. Like even hearing the crunch, you know? Like,
So you want to be living somewhere else sunny all year round?
no, I think I would. If I moved, I talk about that often too. I need to see all 4 seasons. Like I need to. Like
Nice.
if I moved anywhere, it would be somewhere like Colorado or somewhere where I can still see, you know, winter, spring, summer, fall. I love fall. So if anything, I'd like to live somewhere where fall lasted a little longer. Where here, it's like I swear we get like 2 good weeks of like the leaves changing and it's peaceful.
This year
A
we
little
got
bit.
like a whole month.
Yeah, that's what I
November
felt
was
too.
a crazy month.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like everything didn't die off right away and be bald in like a day, like it usually is. But yeah, I would.
Bald.
Yeah.
I was gonna say bald. Did you say bald?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the trees are all, you know, they're all empty.
You're like, Mom, look, there's a bald tree.
Look at that bald tree over there.
I can see when you say bald. I can see my dog throw licking someone's head.
The back of his
Bald.
neck.
That's hilarious.
What about you guys? Would you be okay not seeing any winter or the seasons?
I love winter. I love the snow and everything. I know even like what my native name, it means like he knocks off the frost. So like it's the initial period of fall and winter that's always been like my favorite season.
Yeah.
A little bit more now going towards spring just because my occupation's really around lacrosse a lot. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
like
true.
winter, man, I love sledding growing up. We would always go to the Norbert Hill
too.
Center. Those massive hills and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and just going sledding, and then like a lot of memories just going like with the family, 4-wheeling or snowmobiling and stuff like that, and just all that fun in the snow. And then especially now picking up with hunting too, and just like especially when we went out to Colorado with the snow, like the mountains and the snow. I mean, that was amazing. Like
bet
that
you it
Peaceful.
was.
it was so awesome. I'm like we'd be hiking 4 hours just tracking elk, but like at the same time I'm just like
In
like
awe.
yeah, in awe, just with the mountain ranges, the snow covered peaks and stuff like that, and
Wow.
the trees. It was so beautiful. It was
my
it was
gosh.
amazing. It was some just once in a lifetime experience, and
Right.
I bet.
like even when I look back at the photos, I was just like, man, that was so magical. Just being.
You
out in
remember
the
that
woods.
feeling
Yes.
that you had in that moment, you know? I think about things like
Well,
that
it's not
often
something
too.
you see every day.
Yeah.
or in,
Yeah.
you're in it. You know. So
And like just getting up at 5 a.m. really didn't bother me, or 4 a.m. and then getting out at 5 and then driving an hour just to go to the one spot, because like then the sun would be rising, and the sun's rising right behind the mountains, and it was just so unreal.
I can feel it.
It is just
Yeah.
it was so unreal. And then we started hiking, and like we have all the proper gear, so like the coldness wasn't really a factor then, and it was nice. And then just like hanging out with all my uncles and just like having conversations and like really just talking and connecting, and then like really relying on each other too, especially when we eventually did get the elk, because then we had to make 2 trips going back to go get the elk, and it was
Oh.
they weren't no easy trips.
Yeah,
They were
I
like
bet.
a mile and a half
Ouch.
up mountain, and then so like that whole experience from getting out there at 5 and then not getting back until 9 p.m.
Oh my
and
gosh.
being out in the woods
Wow.
on the mountain that long.
Dragging
Yeah.
that?
So we were out there the whole time.